And right now, I think you're lying. I'm not going to say you're lying. I'm going to say you're lying. I'm not going to say I think. I'm going to say you're lying. Because we know what's going on. I want to ask you this question, Harry. Talk about the chosen people of God. Who do you say is the chosen people of God? Keep it real. Let's not play games here, because we've been hearing the Jews for decades saying how they are the chosen people of God. We respect a man's honesty. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We used to this. You know, I want you to keep it real for us, Harry. Who you consider to be the chosen people of God?
But the chosen people is not a race, is not a color, is not someone that comes from a specific region. It is someone who identifies with a certain ideology that comes from the teachings of Moses on the mountain. And I'd like to now bring up another interesting place that you're finding descendants of the Israelites, but may not necessarily be from the 10 tribes, but will also play a role. And it shouldn't be overlooked. It's a very serious scenario. Is in Africa. Africa has perhaps hundreds of millions of people with this identity right now of being from the people of Israel. Does that mean they were from the 10 tribes? Likely not. We were taught by the historians and within our own traditions that when the Romans conquered Judea a few hundred years after that the tribes of Israel went into exile, perhaps millions of Judeans were sold into slavery, into Africa, into Rome, deep into Africa. And if you look now, you're seeing people who are most likely the descendants of those slaves who kept true. I'd like to bring up a few specific examples because they're going to be game changers. Another area in Africa you have something big happening is in Nigeria. You have the Igbo people, or Igbo, pronounced either way. And where it gets interesting is, in America, there was a slave trade. And a lot of the slaves, a very high percentage of them, came from Western Nigerian ports. And in America today, you see a very large movement of African Americans who say that they're the real chosen people, that they're the children of Israel, they're the Judeans. You know, so what are they just trying to create an identity for themselves because they were slaves, or is there really something here? And the answer is most likely there is something there. And most likely maybe that they were the original Israelites, and maybe that the Jewish people today who are white, Caucasian people came in a little bit later on. We know that some of the greatest sages of the transmission of the Torah were converts from Rome. You have a man named Onkelos who wrote a commentary on the Torah, unprecedented, that we still learn today. He was a convert. Some of the largest pillars on the transmission today were Roman converts. So here we are, we're Caucasian Jewish people, and now you have people in Africa saying that they're the real people of Israel. It can't be ruled out at all. We know they were sold into slavery. We know now that they're fulfilling prophecies by saying, we're coming back. That's mind-blowing. So everyone kind of got humbled a little bit, who laughed at them and said, now what? Now what do we do about this? This could have tremendous implications.